Hello everyone, I'm Natalia from UNES Department of Public Health. In this video, I would like to explain about leptospirosis. It is one of the examples of bacterial zoonosis. So let's get started. Leptospirosis is a zoonosis occurring worldwide, caused by pathogenic spirochetes of the genus Leptospira. Pathogenic leptospires live in the kidneys of a large variety of mammalian species and are excreted into the environment with the urine. Indirect infection through contact with leptospires secreted into the environment is probably the main route of acquiring leptospirosis. Pathogenic leptospires survive longer in a warm and humid environment. Therefore, the disease is particularly prevalent in wet tropical and subtropical regions. The bacterium is sensitive to dry conditions, extreme temperatures, and detergents. Currently, nearly 300 serovars have been identified, divided into 25 serogroups, and 7 main pathogenic species are known. Leptospirosis is the most widespread and most prevalent zoonotic disease. The disease is re-emerging globally and numerous outbreaks have occurred worldwide through the past decade. For the clinical features, the incubation period varies from 2 until 30 days with an average of 7 until 10 days. Leptospirosis varies from mild to severe clinical presentation and may cause potentially fatal conditions such as Wales syndrome and the emerging severe pulmonary hemorrhagic syndrome. Generally, leptospirosis is an acute biphasic illness. The first phase, 4 until 9 days, presents with an abrupt onset of a flu-like illness, with a severe headache, chills, muscle aches, and vomiting. The second phase, the patient develops fever, jaundice, abdominal pain, and diarrhea. In several cases, there may be organ failure. If untreated, recovery may take several months. The bacteria that cause leptospirosis are spread through the urine of infected animals, which can get into water or soil and can survive there for weeks to months. Many different kinds of wild and domestic animals carry the bacterium. These can include, but are not limited to, cattle, pigs, horses, dogs, rodents, and wild animals. The reservoir, about 160 mammalian species, have been identified as natural carriers of pathogenic leptospires. These include feral, semi-domestic, and farm and pet animals as important infection sources. The infectious period of natural host can be lifelong. Accidental hosts can act as an intermediate infection source and may shed leptospires for days or months. The route of transmission is via broken skin and through mucous membranes of eyes, mouth, and nose, through consumption and inhalation. Transmission through water-weakened skin is controversial. Transmission may also occur via sexual contact and mother's milk. In utero transmission can lead to reproductive failure such as abortion. The risk of acquiring leptospirosis is associated with contact with animals and thus with occupations such as farmers, veterinarians, and sewer workers. Case severity is associated with physical condition and increasing age. The confirmation of a clinically suspected leptospirosis case is usually done through culturing and the microscopic agglutination test. Both are quite laborious and require well-equipped laboratories with experienced staff. Several rapid tests for humans are currently available, mainly for screening purposes, but results must be confirmed by standard tests. Early diagnosis is critical in the treatment of patients with leptospirosis. In severe cases, high doses of intravenous penicillin are recommended, but serious Herxheimer reactions may occur. In less severe cases, oral antibiotics such as amoxicillin, ampicillin, doxycycline, or erythromycin are administered. Third generation cephalosporins and quinolone antibiotics seems to be effective. The prevention and control mainly focus on the identification and reduction of the infection source and the prevention of penetration of leptospirosis into the accidental host. Prevention of transmission can be achieved by wearing protective clothing or footwear. The risk of acquiring leptospirosis can be greatly reduced by not swimming or wading in water that might be contaminated with animal urine, or eliminating contact with potentially infected animals. Prophylactic treatment with doxycycline is protective to some extent. Vaccination is available in a limited number of countries but currently not considered as a generally applicable option. Improving water and food storage conditions, increasing public awareness about the disease and infection risks, as well as the control of rodents may reduce the risk of transmission. Infection risk from domestic animals can be reduced by vaccination or treatment of carriers. Both approaches should be combined with herd management. Vaccines are available for cattle, dogs, and pigs and provide a short-term serovirus-specific protection. So that's all my explanation. I hope you find it useful and helpful. Thank you.